Alrighty, welcome back to Factorio Seablock. So, last episode we got our trains running, and everything seems to be working out pretty good with those. So, we got a few things we want to do this episode. First thing I'll show you is we got our fluid bus is all set up. All our fluids are on it. They're circulating around, and we got it available up there, so that's all connected. I went through and connected it at each junction. So we got that taken care of. The next thing I did is I extended our main bus down further because we're going to need to be able to use that space to start doing our stuff. We will decide later whether we're going to continue down this way or whether we're going to train it. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not decided which one I want to do yet. The other thing that I did is I went through, because if you remember, I said we're going to do the power plant and the fuel, and we're going to do the mud washing and the slag. So we're going to need a bunch of equipment to do that. So I went through, and it's going to be some of our first real construction kind of build stuff, in a while. We've been doing a lot of stuff in hand. We're going to start making a bunch of stuff automated because we need it. So I went through and I created kind of the recipe ideas for all of these so that I know what we need to bring in and what we need to hook up. And we're going to do that. And then lastly, we are going to look at our tree situation. We're using a lot of trees because of the the things that we've been doing, and we need to up our tree situation here. Looks like right now we've got an issue going on with, what is it, dirt? Okay, so we got a dirt issue going on right now. But we're going to add in trees because these are operating pretty slow. We're going to have to get some dirt over here, see what's going on with our dirt and what have you. And I think all it is that we're just not making as much mud production, and most of it is going towards making more landfill. So we just cut this off for now and just make everything go here to the trees. But we're going to add to our trees. But before we get to that, let's look at our tech tree. So I have one of two things that we need to kind of start to address, because now that we've got all of these trains running here and we got all these trains running up here, I'm going to get my butt run over at some point. I've almost gotten run over a couple of times. Now, there's a couple solutions to that. One is, and it's the one we're going to actually kind of work on, is we're going to work towards Spidertron. The other option, though, and you guys that have been playing for a while are probably familiar with this, but some of you might not be, so we're going to take a look at it. The other option is we could make safety gates that will theoretically prevent us from getting run over by the train. I mean, you can still do it if you're really trying, but if you're, it can help you. So I'm just going to do a real quick one here. Now, we all know how the gates work. You go up to them and they open and close, right? But if we take a wall and we put a wall at each end of these gates, all right? And then we take a train signal, and we're going to put it down here where it's a little bit of gap between where we are and where the train station is. So if a train's coming down here and it's battle and barrel out of hell, and we happen to be on the track, it's going to give us a little bit of time to get off this track, maybe. And then we want to have a couple of poles. We're going to take a red wire, and we're going to hook it up to the train signal. And then we're going to jumper it down the poles over here. And we're not going to connect to the gate. We're going to, because you can't connect to the gate itself. We're going to connect to the wall that's next to the gate. You'll notice when we put these gates down, or put these walls down, you get this little, that's a normal wall. A wall next to a gate, you suddenly get that little light there, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take our wire and we're going to connect to that wall that's next to the gate. We're going to just go ahead and connect to both of them. Now we're going to go down here and make sure this is set right. So what we want to do is we want to have this read the signal, right? And it's going to read whether it's a yellow, a green, or a red, and it's going to output yellow, green, or red. If we go over here and we have this say open gate, and if we say if it's green, the gate equals 1, right? Then that gate will be open as long as that signal is green. If that signal is not green, that gate will close. Now right now, we can go through it, the gate's open. But if we go up here, and we'll just tell one of these trains, come down and get your stuff. Now, watch what happens when that train hits this signal. Boom. That gate closes. We won't be able to go through it because the gate will be closed. So you can use those to kind of make yourself a safer, not completely safe, but a safer passage across tracks. And you know, you make different crossings in different places and what have you. The problem with that is if you wall off the entire track and you only have those gates, which is the only way to make sure you're not down here past the gate somewhere walking over it, you're limiting where you can cross the tracks. So you got to go all the way down here to come back to here, and this, that, and the other. It's a pain in the ass. And then you start cheating and taking down walls. And that's when you get run over by a train. Now, the other option is Spidertron. Because if we have the Spidertron won't get hit by the train. Or at least I've never been hit by a train with a Spidertron. And we are getting very close to the Spidertron. Let's get down here and look. Now, there's the Tankatron and stuff like that, which are armed versions, apparently, of the Spidertron. They've broken it out in this game, or in this mod. So let's look at walking vehicle. We're only 4 researches away from this walking vehicle. So we need military 4, we need nitinol, and nitinol processing. And then we can get our Spidertron. And then we can have that and be able to get around a lot better. So I thought, right off the bat, that's what we would do as far as our research. So we need military 4. We need nitinol. And then we need nitinol processing. And then that is going to open up walking vehicle. Right? Now, this Tankatron, I don't know if we need it, really. And it's not opening it. Is it opening it up for us? No. We need some other stuff for it anyway, it looks like. What do we need? Nothing there. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because it's not. Oh, okay. So we do need something else. We need tungsten alloy processing. I don't think we're going to worry about, and a few other things. I don't think we're going to worry about that. I think really all we want is to be able to have something to walk us around, because we're not fighting biters. So there we go. We'll have our Spidertron. Then we can start, like I said, back up on this blue stuff and just knocking it out and getting it out of our way. All right. So let's grab those 4 so that we can get the Spidertron. That's going to save us walking around this stuff. Maybe it'll make us a little bit faster than what we are right now, although we move pretty quick. We'll see. All right. So the next thing, like I say, I want to do is I want to look at this tree situation. Now, as you can see, this moves really slow. So yes, we do have a dirt issue, but more than a dirt issue, we have a processing speed issue. And we cannot upgrade this. This is apparently, I guess, the highest level it'll go. So I made some more. We're going to add on to this, which means we need to move this out of our way. Pretty minor, pretty straightforward. We just got to do it. So let us go over here put down a couple of chests, get rid of the crap that's in our inventory, with the exception of those. Well, and the exception of those, because we're going to need those. We're going to want that. And now we're going to make a blueprint of just this cutting section, right? Because we're going to add onto here. So we're going to take out this cutting section. And I'm going to just take the requester chest up all on my own. Oh, crap. You know what? Yeah. Let's get this done real quick, because that's what I thought was going to happen. I didn't think about that. These guys are going to try and take this stuff away from us. And I don't want them taking it away from us. I forgot. We are now in the robots domain. Alright, well, they'll take some of it. They'll try and put it in their box up there in the box. There we go. We got most of it. They got some of it. We'll go up here to the supply chest and pick it back up. I know where they're going to take it. I'm going to take it right up here. And we'll take it back from them. We'll just take it all back from them. Right? Alright, there we go. So the same thing is going to happen when we go to and put this down. It is going to pull it from supply to put it down. So we'll deal with that. All right. So we have to reconnect these, and we will have to reconnect. Well, yeah, we'll have to reconnect this as well, because that's going to have to come straight out here. So let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. All right. All right, there we go. So now let's make a blueprint of this section here. And I guess we're going to add, let's add 2 more sections. All right. Oh, we got these guys in our inventory. Let's get rid of them. All right, there we go. There's that. All right, we're going to need some pipes. so there's going to be that. And then we're going to need some poles. Must be that we did. No, how did we? Oh, I see how. We put them in the wrong place. All right. So there we go. So that should give us everything we need to get these puppies started. Water will come in, soil will come in. We just got to hook up that part of it. All right, there we go. And we don't need that, and we don't need that, because those were for these guys, and these guys don't need that water. They need the other water that's coming in the other side. All right, so that should give us considerably more trees. All right, now we just have to put back our sawmill. And let us... All right, what we're going to do is we're going to offset this a little bit, because we got two lines that are going to come up here that we're going to snake in, and another line we're going to snake in there. So we're just going to offset this a little bit just to make it so that it fits. So that'll go there. And then the tree line will come out, come down a couple and over. Right, there we go. That'll work. So then this has got to come up and go under here. Because this has to loop back around to here. Right, that feeds our plants over here. And then these two, one is going this way, and one is coming this way. Right? Oh, all right. Where did that one... Where was that one coming from? Oh, that was coming from over here. So we could actually come up with this one. Rather than... So we maybe didn't need to offset that after all. All right, well, that's fine. All right, so that comes up. That's going to supply that once we hook it up. All right. Now let us... Oh, because we have the requester chests. And we'll just put it in that one. It doesn't really matter which one we put it in. There we go. Now we should start cutting now we should start cutting trees. All right. I think everything is hooked up now. We got to bring over our bricks. And we got to bring over our trees. There we go. And then we just got to give these guys what they need. We could have done 2 more. We had enough to do 2 more, but that's life. I think that'll help our tree situation. That should be everything we need. All right, so there we go. So that issue is solved. Now we should have enough trees to keep us in business for a while, hopefully. We'll have to keep an eye on this dirt issue. Matter of fact, let us fix this dirt issue right now. We're just going to cut that off and cut that off. And we'll stop making sand for a little while. We don't need it right now. We're just going to cut those off. We'll have to remember to come back in here and start sending it more sand. But we should be good to, good to go there. All right, so that's taken care of. That leaves us all of these. Now, one more thing that I did do, and I did not mention it. We were short on glass for our research. We need glass for our blue science. So I went up here to our glass production, and I added more of these powder mixers. I added 2 more powder mixers to each setup. And they're all still coming out of one assembly machine because the one assembly machine is still enough. And because of the Bob's inserters, we were able to tell it to grab in really weird places, and it's working. So it's grabbing from where it needs to grab, even though it normally in vanilla game you would not be able to do these weird diagonal grabs. We're able to do these weird diagonal grabs. It's getting us plenty of glass now, so we're not hurting for glass anymore. Now we are still a little slow on our red, but that has to do with the fact that our manufacturing speed is not that great, and we were behind on red circuits for a little while, but we're okay on that now. So yeah, so we should be all right on our research going forward. So now let us look at what we're going to want for building these 4 items here, 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 and here on a large scale. So we're going to need boilers, we're going to need steam engines, right? And then we're going to need, now factories or assemblers we're already making, but we're going to need algae farms, we're going to need crushers, we're going to need liquefiers, we're going to need steel furnaces, all right? And then over here we're going to need washing plants, and the washing plant just changes whatever you set it to. And then we're going to need electrolyzers. So I've got this all set up. These are the things we need for each of these items. So what I did is I set it up so I know what goes into where, and then I set up a big long line here so that I know what things I need. So for today, we're going to start with the little ones. All right. So let us first off get rid of all this junk we have in our hands that we don't need. And we'll just go up here and we will throw it in our junk supply chest up here, because we don't need these anymore. We don't need the walls anymore. I just had them to show you guys what we were doing. For the same reason, we don't need the rail signals anymore, and we don't need the railroads anymore. We can get rid of that, and we can get rid of that. All right, so that should give us just about everything we need. So let's go on down here and look. And the first thing I figured I'd do is we'll just do the small ones today. We've already spent part of our time doing the other stuff. We will do the small ones today. So we're going to do the steel furnaces. And we're going to go down here and do the flare stacks, the whatchamacallits, these clarifiers, the two warehouses, and then the pumps and the mud pumps. So these are those offshore seafloor pumps, and these are the regular pumps that we're not making. That I'm aware. Wait a minute, are we making those? We may already be making those. I may be screwing up, guys. We may already be making the one pumps. Let me follow where the motors are made, because they are made using the motors. We may already be making pumps. I just realized that. That goes over for the robots. We are not making the pumps. Okay. So we need to start making the pumps. So that's the ones we're going to do. All right. And from the looks of it, so this one needs steel and it needs stone bricks. And then down here, these guys need stone bricks, iron, brown circuits, stone brick, iron, brown circuits. So these are the same things. And this is stone bricks, iron, and steel. Stone brick, iron, and steel. So if we were to bring in a belt, here's my thought process. Bring in two belts, okay? And one of these belts, oops. Is our stone bricks, right? And say steel. And the other one is iron and brown circuits. That covers everything we need for both of these, right? And then we could build all of them on either side of this. So we just need to go down far enough, and we can go as far up here as we can possibly go. So we need iron, brown circuits, stone bricks, and steel. And all of those are made early on in our process. So I think we can go all the way up here. Yep, we can go all the way up here, and we can come across and we can put them like in this area. Now we're going to have to worry about these pipes, but that's minor. All right, so if we bring out a line and we bring out a line, right? And then we got to give ourselves enough room to bring out two more lines into those lines. Right, we can bring half and half, and then we can bring them out and we can build on them. So that's my plan. So we need stone brick, iron, brown circuits, and steel. Stone brick, steel. Iron and brown circuits. So stone brick, steel, iron, and brown circuits. All right. So let's bring those over. So there's stone brick. And there's iron. Right? And then we need brown circuits. And then we need steel. Right? Right. Okay. And that'll give us our first set of factories, if you will. Although it's assemblers, I know it's not factories, it's assemblers. I use the terms interchangeably. You guys know that already. Excuse me. All right. So that's stone bricks, and we need brown circuits. So to do brown circuits, we're going to go 2 above and 1 below, right? Yeah, 2 above, 1 below is what my standard way of doing that is. Although we could have just 1 above, 1, yeah, 2 above. So I did what, 3 above? Yeah, whatever. 2, 3. I'm just trying to keep it consistent. All right. Up. Now we are going to want to do it 1 more above, because of what we got to fit in here. All right, so we got to go here and there, right? Okay, so that gives us our, yeah, that's going to give us our iron. And then we just need bricks, right? And bricks is right here. So we have to go there. And there's our bricks. Now the really cool thing, because of these Bob's inserters, we can actually go like 3 lines of stuff. We may even be able to go 4 lines of stuff. And if we had an inserter here, we could actually, I think, okay, right now we can only reach 3 lines of stuff. When we research the next level of this, I think there's another level of it. I'm not sure I'm not entirely sure. But I think there's another level of this that allows us to go. No, that is as far as it goes. All right, maybe. But I mean, that gives us an extra line that we would not be able to do in vanilla. That's one of the things I really like about this. All right, so First one is we're going to need our steel furnaces. All right. So steel furnaces. And that is right there. And that needs stone bricks and steel plates. So one from there and one from there. And then this side, we're going to put it in a passive provider. We're just going to do 2 stacks for now. Actually, you know what? Let's just do 1 stack of those for now. That should do us. All right, so that gives us that one. We'll go down here and see what our next one is. All right, so next one. Flare stacks. And those are going to require iron pipes, right? Yeah, iron pipes. So flare stacks. So we're going to leave ourselves a space because this is going to be iron pipes. This is going to be flare stacks. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, and 1. Right? So that'll be the iron pipes bringing in our iron. This will be our iron, and then our iron pipes, and then we're going to need our browns, and those come there. Right, that'll give us our brown circuits. All right, so there is our flare stacks. Right, flare stacks. And then we're going to do our clarifiers, which are also going to need iron pipes. Well, shit. Let's do something then. Let's be smart about this. Let's make that iron pipes, that flare stacks, right? Oops. So then we need to reach just one of these long. Right? Right. Because we need that, and then we need, yeah, okay. And then that'll go to that. And then right next to it, if we do that one, that gives us our iron pipes for that. Then we need same thing. 1, 2, 3. We need one of them to go long. For our brown circuits, and the other 2 pieces come off of there. All right, and just like those, we're going to limit these to 1 for now. All right, so there's our clarifier and our flare stack. Then we're going to want to build our warehouses and our silos. So we'll do those on the other side. And there. So this will be silos, this will be warehouses. We'll limit them to a stack. Now hopefully we'll be able to get, yeah, that'll reach there, that'll reach there. Okay. So, we need both of those to go long. And then that one's short. And then long and short. All right, so there is that. What's our next easy one? All right, so pumps are going to need motors and copper. Right? All right, so let's bring out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different items, huh? Well, the iron's got to go 2 places. But, no, you know what? We'll bring out a line for this, and we'll double it up, just like we did the other one. We really don't need a ton of these. We don't need a ton of these. So we'll bring out a line for that. And and 2 lines for that, but one of them will be the iron. Okay, so we need brown circuits, iron, steel, motors, and copper. All right, so that one is the brown circuit steel. So we want crate, inserter, right? Crate, inserter. And then this was going to be pumps. Pumps, which needs 2 lines. Now we could do this, right? And then have that. So that the 2 that are coming down here, each of these is dedicated really to picking up 1. Because 1, 1, and 1. And then we could have the other one come in there. So we need... Oh, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Can't do that anyway. Because we've got to make copper pipes. So we got to bring the copper in to make copper pipes. All right. So. What we're going to do is we're going to do this and that. That, and that. So that's going to make copper pipe. That's going to make pump. This is going to come in. That's a hell of a waste of copper. It's all right. It's all right. We'll just bring our copper that far. Right, so our copper, and then our motors and our steel. Right? Yeah, that'll work. All right, so copper first. Then we need motors and steel. We're cheating with the red undergrounds because we can. Right, so the copper goes in there, motors and steel go in there, out come the pumps. All right, and then we do our mudsucker pumps. And our mudsucker pumps wonder if we should be making offshore pumps too. We probably should be making offshore pumps too. All right, mudsucker pumps is iron pipe, iron plates, and basic circuits. So, iron pipes. Mudsucker pumps, basic circuits, and steel. So if we come in, our basic circuits and iron. We could actually come in there. Let's come in there. Right? So basic circuits and iron. Basic circuits. And iron. Now we could have, since they're both in the same place, we could have, realistically, gone ahead and brought them both over on a single line and saved all the doubling up on the undergrounds, but we didn't, and we're not gonna. Screw it. All right, basic circuits and iron. Gives us that. Now let's look at what we need for this. Iron pipe, iron gears, and basic circuits. You know what? We are going to make them here. I'm going to make them right here. Iron pipe, iron gear wheels, offshore pumps. And we're going to limit everybody to 1 for the time being. Oh, well, would you look at that? No, that is the ones we just did. So we can get rid of that. I was going to say, would you look at that? We actually did plan to do the pumps, but I'm wrong. We did not. All right. So next episode we will do mini loaders. We will do the electrolyzers. We will do the mud washers. We're going to do the steam engines, the algae farms, the boilers, the crushers, and the liquefiers. Right? Liquefiers, crushers, algae farms, boilers, steam engines, mud washers, and electrolyzers, and mini loaders. All right, guys, so there we go. I think we are all set up. So now all we got to do is power this up. One there, one there, one there, one there, one there. I think that looks like that covers everybody. Now let's see if it comes out. Yep, there's that. That's making those. There's one. These are going to fight over the pipes, but that's fine. Oh, wow, that needs 33 pipes. Yeah, they're going to fight for a little while over pipes, I guess. There it is. It's making one. There's one. We got that. That's making one. That's made one. That's made one. Oh. Fine. Missed one. All right. So there we go. That is all of those. Now we just got to make the next ones. All right, guys. I will see you in the next episode. We will make this stuff and get it going. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.